Hello Cancer and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your next 3 months tarot reading for April to June 2026 for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Cancer, let's see what we have for you for the next 3 months. What I've done is I've taken your yearly 2026 tarot reading and pulled out the relevant months. We have Judgment in April, we have the Five of Wands in May, and the Two of Wands is in June. We're going to pull some additional cards by month, go deeper into the energies, look at the overarching messages as well as the individual messages that I'm drawn to, because a lot can happen in 1 month, let alone 3 in different areas of life. So let's see what we have for you, starting with April. What do we have for our lovely Cancerians? Angel, spirits, guides. What does Cancer need to hear? First message we have, or first card I should say, the Page of Swords. Page of Wands. And we have the Seven of Swords. What do we have for Cancer? Thank you, Angel, Spirits, Guides. Message for Cancer. Five of Wands. We have the Empress. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Can be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, male or female, or the energy of the card. Could be your energy as well. So somebody who is solid, stable, secure, does represent financial success, health, healing, abundance. For me as a reader, male or female. And like that, we have your major arcana here, the Chariot, which is always victorious. But it certainly feels here that you're absolutely coming into your own in the month of May. Let's see what we have for you. Message for our lovely Cancerians, Two of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups for me as a reader is Cancer in the minor arcana. Male or female, this is you in touch with your heart, your emotions, your feelings, and letting your emotions guide you. Three of Cups. And we have the Hanged Man. So Cancer, we start with Judgment. This is representative of something's going to happen here, Cancer, that's going to make you take action. It's a call to action. Can be quite timely. Just like these people are hearing the call of the trumpet and they're awakening from the coffins. It's Judgment Day. This is that scenario here in terms of you're answering the call. There is something that you are responding to, asserting yourself on. Now, it's always quite karmic judgment. So you might feel something is happening, an event of some kind that makes you take action, makes you answer a call of some kind. It just feels there is something very timely to do with asserting yourself, taking action, doing what you need to do because you feel deep within the core of your being it's time. So this is that scenario here. This is really an awakening to answer a call of some kind. Now, sometimes, and I also want to say, judgment can be things like, we can answer a call to pursue a vocation or a path that we feel drawn to as well. So this could well be for you in terms of really aligning with something that might suit your heart and soul better, So judgment can be when, we're awakened to respond and follow in a direction that really connects with our deep core, our deep inner being, our deep sense of, self and our soul path. So I certainly feel here that something is making you answer a call and it feels like the time is now. Could be to do with this. the Page of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. So in a positive way here, Cancer, these cards can represent some news, information, learning something, hearing something. This can also be very powerful to do with things like education, a thirst for knowledge, a thirst to educate yourself in a particular life area as well, so that might apply to you. But it can also be about hearing something, some news, some information coming to light, someone telling you something. This is encouraging you to pursue something quite secretly. You know, we keep our cards close to our chest with the Seven of Swords a lot of the time because it serves us, but you are answering a call, learning something, hearing something, like I said, a vocation of some kind, but it's absolutely aligning you with a new path. The Page of Wands can be someone telling you about a new opportunity or a new path that might be available to you, or it could well be for some of you here, the time is now to pursue something that's connected to my heart and soul, or start initiatives, projects, enterprises, business, something that can really go somewhere, something that's more aligned with my passion. So this can be very powerful in terms of starting something keeping your cards close to your chest, but certainly pursuing something here, pursuing the beginnings of a new path for yourself, because you're answering the call, you're getting news, information, a greater awareness of your circumstances and feel like the time is now to move in a different direction. So this is really powerful for you here, Cancer, for the month of April. But it's something really connected to our heart and soul, our passion, can be hobbies, initiatives, starting something that we're inspired to start. But it can also be to do with a new path opening up for you. So I think that you're interested to see where this can lead. And answering that call, you feel the time is now. Now, on the more negative side, the Page of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Page of Wands. The Seven of Swords can be linked with deception, and it can be something coming to light here, some deception. Seven of Swords, there's levels. It can be someone not being above board, lies, deceit, betrayal, stealing, someone not declaring everything that they should, So you understand, this can also be a bit more of a negative thing. But the positive thing that Spirit is saying is it makes you take action. It makes you say, do I stay on the path that I'm on now with this deception, or do I move in a new direction? The Page of Wands. So either way, Spirit is seeing this, answering the call as positive for you because it's aligning you with a path of growth. A path to do with your creativity, your passion, your drive, your purpose. This is the scenario for you. So either way, whatever makes you take action, whatever makes you assert yourself, I certainly feel here Spirit is seeing that as a positive thing because it guides you in the direction that you need to be. We have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands can be conflict. Or competition. You could be competing for something here. Again, if something is opening up for you, this can also represent competing for something and absolutely being in it to win it. Similarly with the Five of Wands, we can also be in conflict with others. Now, it could well be to do with what's happened in April. There's conflict, fallout, especially if it's a negative thing, especially if something's coming to light. So whatever is coming to light here, whether it's news to do with a new path that you're following and you're competing on it, or whether it's to do with some kind of something coming to light to do with some level of deception, that causes conflict. This is the scenario. It makes you take action in a very positive way. It makes you focus on the conflict issue because it can just be round and round in circles with the Five of Wands and sometimes no hope of resolving it, and sometimes it can be, we're here again, we're going through the same thing again. So this can be your judgment to really focus on maybe what has caused conflict in your life, unease in your life, drama in your life, bickering. It can sometimes represent, a bitchy group of people, a jealous group of people as well. I mean, you understand there's levels to this, but it is an energy of conflict. This seems to be a focus here, Cancer. Now, I do see for you the Empress can also be to do with the birth of the new. But I feel for a lot of you, this is more your energy. This is, I deserve better. Better in terms of being valued and appreciated to do with money. Better in terms of being valued and appreciated to do with love, romance. Better and appreciated to do with a group of friends or a group of people that you might be connected to, where something's coming to light and you're thinking, do I really want to be in that circle anymore? Because I deserve better. So the Empress is somebody who is focused on their own self-worth. Empress is a very loving, caring, giving individual, but she's also very strong emotionally, strong in her own identity, strong in terms of what she stands for, what she doesn't stand for as well. She likes to be surrounded by abundance, things that can grow, things that bring stability, things that are bountiful, and connections as well to do with that. So this is that scenario of, I know what I deserve, I know who I am, I know what I'm looking for, and it's a question of whether that particular environment, group of people or person or situation is it. Now, if you're competing for something, it can also be that sense of, I deserve more than this, So if you're competing, for example, to do with new money, jobs, deserving more, feeling that sense of something might be opening up for you and you want to go for it because you deserve more. You want to be more abundant, feel more abundant, be in an environment maybe that you can really grow in. This is that scenario. You might also be competing for that here, Cancer, fully knowing what you deserve. Interesting, right underneath the Queen of Cups as well, that Empress energy is what I'm seeing for you. I just feel, the Queen of Pentacles can be somebody who you're connecting to. Queen of Pentacles can actually hold the pentacle, the value, the appreciation. She can be linked with health, healing and abundance. She's also very good in terms of, she can hold offers and opportunities with that pentacle as well, in terms of money in particular. But for a lot of you, I feel that this is your energy. You're focusing on what you need to bring greater success, greater abundance, be in a healthier environment, be with a healthier connection. And this is your understanding what you need to do to take that. And that is very much the Queen of Pentacles. She's very grounded, practical, resourceful. This is what I need to do to overcome this situation here and potentially move in a new direction. So this is what I'm seeing for you. For those of you who are competing for something, the Chariot is about victory, triumph, success. This is you coming into your own, like I said. This is the card of Cancer, your major arcana. So it's really poignant for you for the month of May. So you understand how to take the reins and move away from something that doesn't serve you with the Chariot. You can see the Chariot will leave the town behind. But you take the reins and move towards the goal that you want. So this is a great card of victory, triumph, success. What you really set your eyes on, you're achieving here. So it's a really positive energy in terms of overcoming issues, challenges, difficulties, and moving away from something that might not serve you here anymore, Cancer, towards something better. Something that you might feel more valued, appreciated, more abundant. This is the energy here. And it's also self, in your own right. You could just be moving away from something that doesn't serve you and feeling more abundant as a result of that, feeling more grounded and healed and nurtured, in that respect. Now, Cancer, if this is to do with conflict, the triumph feels like moving away from something here. So again, taking the reins and moving away from a group of people or a person or a place. This is that scenario here. I deserve more and I'm taking the reins and moving away from this situation. This is the victory for you because you have the opportunity to do that. So it's a very triumphant month. You overcome something here. You overcome the conflict or competing for something. You would likely be triumphant, but you've still overcome the issue that you need to move away from something that's not serving you. Either way, it definitely feels here that you're in charge. You're taking the reins and you're very focused in terms of what you need to move towards and what you're moving away from in the month of May period. So we have the energy of June here, Cancer. We have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands can be to do with choices, decisions, and it can be life choices and life decisions. It's about taking your world in your hands, and you have two paths, two options, two people, two situations to choose here. It can also be about staying or going or stepping into the unknown. It could well be in the month of June that something is presented to you here that presents a life choice, a life decision. This is that scenario for you here, Cancer. And it certainly feels here that you're ready to take action. You're ready to assert yourself. It might well be here something that you've been thinking about, and I feel that this is a different life area. It certainly feels here something that you might have been thinking about, you're doing. You're at that crossroads and you're saying, no, it's time to make some kind of life choice and decision about my future, and I'm ready. It doesn't matter whether I'm stepping into the unknown or not. I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to let fear hold me back. So there's also an energy of crossing comfort zones, and barriers and boundaries that sometimes we self-impose as well, and not letting that hold you back here. Because I feel for a lot of you, you've waited long enough. The Hanged Man can be when we wait. It can represent being open to look at things in a different way as well. And it certainly feels here, Cancer, that you might have been waiting to do something or waiting to make some kind of choice or decision here. But it certainly feels here that you're ready. You're ready to make some life choice, life decision here. I'm not waiting any longer. I'm going to do what I want to do. Now, the Queen of Cups and the Three of Cups, this can represent, with the Three of Cups, it can represent things like celebratory events, parties, or coming together with kindred spirits, soul connections. So it can certainly be to do with choices, to do with a community of some kind that is a soul connection for us. Now, Three of Cups can be to do with a community that is family, can be to do with friendship circles. So there could well be some choice or decision to come together, or even move or relocate, or something of that nature to do with kindred spirit soul connections. If this was to do with, again, stepping into the unknown and being open to attend some celebratory event, it's about being open to looking at something in a different way and surrendering our old perspective, our old way of being, in terms of whether you do make some choice to attend some celebratory event or party here as well. Because I think that you are, again, very powerful in June period. Queen of Cups trusts how she feels. She lets her emotions, her intuition, her instinct be her guide. This is honouring how you feel. And it certainly feels here that you're open to surrender something. Whether it's to do with surrendering where you are, could be a practical thing, to be reunited or to be nearer to people who care about you, you care about them. It can also be surrendering an old way of looking at something if it's to do with coming together with other people in celebratory events and parties. So this just feels like there will be some choice, some decision to make here, Cancer, but it's about trusting how you feel and being open to look at something differently, surrendering an old way of being in order to make some clear life choice and decision. Because again, Two of Wands, not letting boundaries or limitations hold you back, but not being afraid to step beyond them, with this kind of energy as well. So this is what I see for you here, Cancer. It certainly feels here that there may well be, and it could be on the back of what's happening here, some life choices and decisions, and it can be to do with, again, it could be a practical thing to do with being nearer people who you love and care about. For others of you, it could be some celebratory event or party, but either way, it's surrendering the old way of being to guide your choices and decisions. But I love the fact that your major arcana, your minor arcana, again, male or female with this energy, but certainly here, Cancer, it certainly feels here, you're feeling the time is now. Now, the additional messages that and really I think I've gone into detail, but the additional message that I want to talk about, the Empress can be to do with a mother or mother figure, so there could well be some focus here. Maybe to do with May, even when we talk about, our soul connections with the Three of Cups, there could well be something guiding your choices also to do with a mother or mother figure. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Cancer? Thank you. But it just feels like some news coming in is kind of changing your world, so to speak. I mean, it certainly feels here, whatever this Page of Swords is, it is directing your course of events moving forward in the next 3 months. What do we have for Cancer? Thank you. We have discernment, number 20. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. It's a very perceptive energy, looking deeper at a situation as well here, Cancer. We have fertility, number 27. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, courageous, more creative and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Cancerians? And the Empress is linked with fertility. I mean, for a lot of you, I feel that this is the energy that you're adopting. Being open to create the new, deserving more. But the Empress is about that. She can be a very positive sign in terms of pregnancy. She can be very positive to give birth to new things, whether it's to do with self-love, new paths, creation of the new, to do with new abundance, new money, projects, initiatives. She is a very kind of creative, nurturing energy, the new energy as well. But I certainly feel this is the energy that you're embodying here, Cancer. Knowing your worth. Let's pull an angel message for you. We have Archangel Raziel. Go beneath the surface. You have learned so much about yourself and the world, and are now recognizing all of the great lessons of your experiences and challenges. Continue on this pathway. Even though you have come this far, there is much more for you to learn and uncover. Don't take things at face value. Do more research. Spend more time in contemplation. Go deeper than you think is even possible. Your activation message: I am willing to do the deeper work. It's very much like discernment as well. Deeper understanding, deeper insight. Let's finish off with a message from Spirit for you. What do we have for our lovely Cancerians? Thank you. Message for Cancer. Well, that's lovely. We have a father's love. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. Bottom of the deck, because I did look, we have nature. This is a time to absorb the healing properties that nature has to offer. Your mind, body and soul need nourishment, energy, revitalization and strength. Nature has much to offer, so take this time to connect and spend some quality time outdoors. Cancer, that's what I have for you for the next 3 months. Really a strong sense of you coming into your own, taking authority in your life, taking charge and knowing your worth and your value and moving in a direction that honours that is what I'm seeing here. Cancer, that's what I have for you for the next 3 months. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful April to June, and I will see you next time.